What's going on, everybody? It is Triple Crown 24 back today. Business as usual. A new pickup towards my 92 Fleer Ultra set, as well as more Miguel Cabreras, including two that kind of go against my collecting grain, meaning that they're cards, or types of cards, I should say, that I don't normally target or seek out, but I really like the look of them and went ahead and jumped on them. So hopefully you will enjoy today's video. Let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you for checking out the video today. I've got this Juan Gonzalez for my set. Not a Hall of Famer towards the 35 in the set. Right now I only have two of the 35, but I will pick up any of the prominent players along the way as I can and get as many of the various guys via TTM when I can do so. I haven't sent out a TTM request in quite some time now, but that'll probably come in the next month or so when I have a little bit of downtime. That's been harder to come by. Recently, you might have noticed that I haven't been around as much. That's just because, man, I'm doing a lot of stuff, but that's a good thing. Anyways, Gonzalez, great player, fan favorite during the 90s. Very happy to add that into my collection. That was a trade that I made for a Denver autograph that I had in my collection that wasn't a Topps flagship. Then we move into the Cabreras. Regarding the 92 Ultra set, I've picked out my two guys I want to get at the National. I'm going to limit it to two, and I'll talk about that when I do my National Want List video, and that will probably come some point in July. I don't know exactly when, but obviously I'm still purchasing things towards my PC, so that list of wants is going to change here as I continue to add new cards to the collection, including this one. This is one I've had my eye on for quite some time now. It's the 2019 Chrome Miguel Cabrera with my old arch nemesis Scotch tape. If you sell cards, collect cards, whatever you do with cards, don't use Scotch tape. Just don't do it. There's no reason to use Scotch tape. I cannot tell you how many times I've run into it lately. As you can see, numbered to 999. I have quite a few of these regular chromes. I don't have too many of the refractors or any of the color parallels, but something I like to work more towards. I just really like the vintage designs with the chrome look to them. They're just sharp looking cards. Cabrera is a short print of the base set, so I actually don't have the base card of his yet. I'm still working on that, but kind of waiting for one on COMC to pop up for a more reasonable price than what I'm finding on eBay right now, or Blowout. So very happy to add that in. I have my eye on a refractor version of that same card at some point soon. Here's my second pickup. This one is from 2018 Definitive, and it is a patch number to 50, game used, and you can see it's got the hologram right there. I like the attention to detail on this card. So if you look up this certification number, it will tell you that this card is from July 4th, 2016. So a 4th of July game, which for the 4th of July jerseys, I wish it could have had like a little bit more to the patch, but it's still a nice two-color patch. Sometimes in baseball, the patches aren't the most extravagant. But if you'll notice, Cabrera is actually wearing a 4th of July Tigers jersey, and this one I believe was from 2017. That's because I believe that was the year that Mike Ilitch, the former Tigers owner, passed. You can see they're wearing the commemorative patch on their sleeves to remember him. So I'm pretty sure that's when this is from, but this is just an awesome looking card. I love Definitive. For a $1,000 box product, you'd probably expect the cards to look pretty good, but they're just super good looking cards. So I like that, the fact that he has a 4th of July jersey on with the 4th of July patch, even though one's a road jersey, one's an away jersey. That's a minor detail to me, but it's a nice little subtle touch. I don't know if that was intentional or not by Topps, but if it was, or even if it wasn't, well done, Topps. All right, next up, this is one of my two cards that goes against my collecting grain, and it is a commemorative patch, Blockbusters, from 2012 Topps Update. I cannot remember if they did this in a regular Topps Series 1 and Series 2, but I know in Update for sure they had this Blockbusters subset. Basically, it was designed to look like a newspaper headline, or it would talk about some of the biggest trades throughout baseball history. The Tigers have two. They might have a third one with John Smoltz, but we won't talk about that one. We'll talk about the actual blockbusters. I believe there's some free agent signings in there now that I think about it, because Prince Fielder has a card like this, but This is the Cabrera one. It shows the date that they got Miguel Cabrera. And it's got this hat relic. And on the back, you can see the transaction. And then a little bit more about the deal that sent Cabrera to the Tigers. And I remember this day very well. It was actually a snow day for me. And I went out to shovel snow off of my parents' car. My dad came out as he was leaving for work and told me that the Tigers had made a move, because this was at the very beginning of the winter meetings, I want to say, or it could have been the last day. It was towards one of the ends, and just something I remember. And I'm not too huge on commemorative relics, the manufactured ones. They just don't really do much for me. Sometimes I think they look really cool, they look really sharp, and I'll go and pick them up. I think some of the ones they've done in recent years are very cool. But this one, these cap patch logos, or the one where they do like the nameplates, I love those. I think that they look fantastic. And this one right here, just the Tigers D is such a classic logo. I won't use the I word, and I know you know what word I mean, but it's still just a really sharp looking card. I love this patch. It was only $10 shipped, including the magnetic, so I went ahead and jumped on that. The free mag was a nice compliment to go home with it, but I don't really mess with commemorative patches too much. I will pick them up if I see them for a good price, but it's not something I actively search out for. So let me know what your thoughts are on commemorative patches. And then I also don't really do much in terms of high dollar relic cards, but I made another exception for this one. This is from 2019 Heritage Baseball, and it's numbered 30 of 70. Clubhouse Collection, K-line bat piece, Miguel Cabrera jersey piece. And I paid probably more than you would expect for this card. The patches are one of ones, and then the rest are just standard relics. So you can get a patch of these two guys, but it is a one of one, which I think really adds to it. I haven't seen what that card looks like. I don't know if it is still sitting on a shelf somewhere inside of a box, inside of packs, but I imagine one day it will surface. Regardless, these are just really sharp looking cards. I do like the 1970 design a lot, and how just the two pictures with the names, how it's done. It's just a really well done card. I know a lot of people complain that Heritage is not easy to produce hits with. I've gone 0 for life on getting an autograph from Heritage boxes when I've decided to open them up. Usually once every few years I'll buy a couple, including this year. But to me, I like how some of the cards are very scarce. I think that really adds to them, and it makes me very proud to own this dual relic. A lot of the dual relics are actually surprisingly pretty expensive from various products. There's one right now I have my eye on with a Ty Cobb bat piece, which I'm not 100% sure it's actually part of his bat. And there's been some debate on whether those types of cards are actually bat pieces or not, but I'm just very stoked to have this card. It looks awesome. Very proud to own it. But like I said, I don't normally mess with bat relic cards too often, nor do I mess with dual jersey cards. So let me know what you think. Do you like dual relic cards or manufactured patch cards like that one I just showed earlier? Kind of curious to see what everybody else thinks about those. All right, that will conclude my video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you again so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.